This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay.
Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Green Bay Packers.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They run here with Rico Dowdle. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this Packers defense.
Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And not just speed, not just their physical skills. You know what pulls it all together for the secondary?
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Set, ready. Ready, 38.
They'll send the tight end in motion.
Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going up top.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney.
And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
Following the interception, Love. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Ready, ready.
A first carry for the all-pro running back. It's Josh Jacobs.
They'll get only a couple down at 44. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion and a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Down. Set.
Here's Love. He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Let's go. Set.
Now Love.
He finds his receiver, Watson.
So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
The Packers at 4-3, a game over 500. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Let's go now. Hut, hut.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick.
Here we go.
Thus, inaccurate, incomplete.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted.
I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. A little juke. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. They run again with Dowdle. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you got a key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Young now. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
A 28-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side. Because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
47-yard line.
Ready. Hut, hut.
To throw now. Here's Love.
Short throw to Musgrave.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Jack, ready.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft.
That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Set. Hut, hut.
Catch made by Watson on the out route.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks run with the football, they usually hold their breath because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a game, hard to argue against calling it.
And he's got it. And it's a Packers touchdown. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. There are none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Black. Hut.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead they run up the middle here. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Ready. Ready. Black 40. Ready.
Here's Young from the shotgun. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Good head down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Down to the 25.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That's taken in by Watson. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Third catch in this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
52 blue.
Love. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Matthew Golden from 10 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. McManus's point after is good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
On the double.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Come on, set, cut.
A play fake, now Young. Now a run here off the RPO, he'll keep it. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining.
Ready.
2nd and 6.
Black Ultra. Set, cut. Ready.
Young. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Slide through. Let's go now. Cut.
To throw, Young. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Young and the offense staying put. They're going to go for it.
Set, ready. 53.
They're going to try and throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off for the first down.
Ready. 45. White. Ready.
Throwing, Young. And that is incomplete here.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this one too low.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Young. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So now after the field goal, Fitzgerald back out there to send this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Love from the gun. That's taken in by Golden. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here we go, set, ready.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Going for Burton, and he's got it. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Right, white, ready. Ready?
Throwing. Love. That's the Kraft, the tight end. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2 yards to go, second down.
Here we go, here we go. Cut, cut.
Love looking to throw it. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Here we go. Set, cut.
Love from the gun on third down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Come on, set. Set, cut.
Again, it's Love. They'll complete this one to Watson. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
Brings up second and
Cut,
1.
cut.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's third and a yard.
Set, cut. Ready.
Love now. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
A 29-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So it was 4th and 1 down in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little surprised that that's how they decided to play it, that they didn't go for it there. But sometimes just take those 3 points and put them in your pocket. I just have one question for you, partner.
Okay.
Hip pocket or back pocket?
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end.
30-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
This 2nd and 4.
Let's go now. Cut.
This to Jacobs on the toss right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Red 38.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 39. Nice third down conversion at even 20 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
White. Set.
Now Love. Pass caught. That's Golden. He'll get it inside the 20. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. A big pickup of 38. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Set. Ready.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Jordan Love keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. McManus now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Ready.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now here's Young. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Now Young. Now they go screen. It's complete. He's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The screen does get a 9, but it also brings up a fourth down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on third and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Let's go now. 33, yellow.
Again, it's Young. And incomplete on the deep ball. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead third quarter. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Let's go. Set.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Down. Set.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
At the Panthers' 36-yard line.
On the ready. Set. 60 red. Set.
Here's Love. Throwing left side, and Watson has it. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Set. Ready.
Love. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into 4th down.
On now is the Packers punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down, 8 to go from the 28.
Come on, set, ready?
Now Young. Looking middle, and he finds McMillan. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And there, even if you've got to take something off that throw so that he slows down to catch it, that's far more preferable than what happened there. A big miss on what should have been a touchdown.
Young to throw it. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
It'll be Young again. And it is caught. Room here to run. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards to play. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Ready,
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options.
Ready. Blue 32. Ready.
Young. And that is incomplete.
They're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. Out of the gun, it's Young. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll throw again. Young. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Ready.
Looking to throw, Young. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Ready. 33. Yep.
Young now. Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play. Move on.
Ready?
To the air once more, Young. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Yellow, 22. Set, cut.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Going for it all. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on fourth down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Hey, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Here we go. Set. Yellow, 43. Cut.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Packers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Ready?
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8.
Ready, ready. Ready.
And the ball comes out. Love lost it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
19.
juke. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. Give him a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it still brings up 4th. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, I think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Panthers, first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Young to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 27-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Here we go. 45. 1. Ready?
Young will set to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes.
5, 6, shot. 17.
At the 14-yard line.
To throw, Young. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Yellow.
Throwing, Young. Touchdown! From 13 yards out. And the Panthers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And this is recovered by the Packers, so that might just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. So a win here for the Packers, and it was thanks in part to their man under center, their veteran quarterback.
Yeah, he did a little bit of everything, didn't he? He had 2 touchdown passes through the air, another one on the ground, and that defense, they really had no answer for many of their drives.
So for